As promised, I apologize for the delays, some editing issues, but now I got that out of my system. Okay, I know you're probably saying, I love Power Rangers, the first movie. That's one thing. Power Rangers 2017, I will one day do that. Hopefully, later this year or later, who knows. But it is on my to-do list. But one thing I can say, Power Rangers Turbo or Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, it sucks balls! Yeah, had to get that out of there. But I can assure you, Jason David Frank may not really, when he was alive, may not really talk shit about Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. But he would say, not his favorite Power Ranger suit, the Red Ranger Power Ranger, the Red Ranger Turbo Ranger suit. But there's one Power Ranger actor who hates Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and Power Rangers Turbo, the TV show. Yeah, that person is Johnny Yun Bosch. And for good reason. Very good reason why he hated his part in Power Rangers Turbo, the series, the movie, and all that other stuff. Well, for one thing, he got the soccer mom van. Now, Power Rangers Zeo and most majority of Power Rangers, well, Mighty Morphin. Well, to be fair, his Zords were a lot better than those ones. Really did not love anything. I mean anything that was in relation of Power Rangers Turbo. But yeah, what's the plot? Basically, the plot is Detox, which, you know what I'm going to show you about this lady.
Hang on a second there.
Peter, I'm holding Hooters.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, her Hooters. In fact, I might as well order some Hooters pretty soon. But either way, yeah. Detox, who basically is a space pirate. Space pirate. So basically, her idea is get this wizard named Larago, which if you look at this, like, really? You gotta make him that ugly? Like, you could just have the little guy in the costume play Larago instead of just making him this butt-ass ugly animatronic. And now if you find Larago and basically use his power to get to an island that's not on any map or anything, this unknown island that you have to go to, and the Power Rangers have to find that island and also save two of their other cast members, that is Jason and Kimberly, and along with Bulk and Skull being Toast. And when I mean Toast, I mean anyways. And also, yeah, there's no way for me to get around this. So basically, the same monster that somehow they brought back in frickin' like Power Rangers in Space as Dark Spectre. And yes, I am going to address the elephant in the room. That is, Rocky gets KO'd. And Steve Cardina, I know you're not watching this video. If you are, please listen to me and listen to what I have to say. They did you dirty. They really did you dirty. You haven't been in Power Rangers until 2018 or Power Rangers frickin' frickin', what was it called? Once and Always. Those are the two things we've gotten with Rocky returning back. And it's been years. Even Rocky wasn't even brought back in Forever Red. And he was a Red Ranger. What does that tell you? And it's worse, you get replaced by some 9-year-old kid who oddly was underneath your bed in the hospital, which is still weird. And all I can say is, oh, getting replaced by a 9-year-old kid. And yes, the whole thing about, and once again, a 9-year-old kid replaces you, and now he's the new Blue Ranger. Which I have to say this, couldn't the Power Rangers not transform? Couldn't they be, are they supposed to be teenagers with attitude? But no, it's like, nah, we can have some random little kid be a Power Ranger. Which kind of went against, so here's something I want to mention. If Power Rangers Turbo is canon, Turbo, a Power Ranger movie, is canon, meaning Power Rangers, the movie, never happened, or Ivan News never happened. But, oh, wait, yes. We have, it's now canon, so pretty much, are you trying to tell me that when the Power Rangers turned into little kids in the forgotten Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, so you're trying to tell me that they could turn into Power Rangers? Because if you're saying that, that makes the whole thing about Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers kind of pointless now. I mean, really pointless. Yeah. But no, not only that, the little boy who plays Justin makes this one possibility. You can be a Ranger as long as you're 5'10" or 5'9", you're more than happy to be okay. Which is why when he transforms into his Power Ranger form, he goes from 4'9" to 5'9". Or actually 4'9" to 5'10" or whatever. Yeah, so pretty much, wow. Why are they not in their suits in most majority of the film? Until the final conflict part where they turn into their suits, or where they're on the island turning into their suits. And most majority of these creatures that they have to fight that's on the, well, here's something I want to ask. If you're the Power Rangers, why not teleport to the island? If you're the Power Rangers, why not just use your vehicles, Zords, and use that to get to the island? But for some reason you need to get on this pirate ship boat, say stupid jokes that aren't really all that funny, not even going to imitate them, and I promise you I won't. But really, I mean, I understand bringing Jason and Kimberly back, putting in the story Trimberly, Jimberly, or whatever the hell he said it. But either way, this isn't a good Power Ranger movie. I mean, with the first Power Ranger movie, at least there were at least some things that made sense. Like I did mention before, the whole, why not use the great power on Ivan Ooze? But here, the plot holes in this are so big, you can make a skyscraper with them. Or the plot holes are so big, you can just ride a freaking truck through them. Or either how big the plot holes are, it's like nothing about this movie made a whole lot of sense. And the fact that the budget, it might as well be the same budget for the show for Power Rangers, where there was no, gee, this is the one thing that pisses Hans Vaughn off, but a union. And of course, yes, looking at Zordon, I'm like, dude, they had a bigger budget with you in the last movie. And now it looks like it's the same budget they had on Power Rangers Zeo, basically, and it's just like crappy as hell. Have this be like a TV release show. You could have done that instead. That would have been better. That would have been way better. But no, I guess Power Rangers needs to be in the big theaters because it'll make that big ass money. Well, either way, I got nothing else to really say, but that's all I can basically say. So this is the real reason. So here's the real reason. They turned the Zords into vehicles. They turn a veteran ranger and have him replaced by a kid. The budget of the movie sucks. It might as well be the budget for the show. They don't turn into the costumes. They don't really fight in the costumes until at the last minute. They just bring back 2 legendary characters, all for what reason? I mean, why would you really need to bring in Jason and Kimberly? Oh, right. Because they were the more profitable Rangers when they were on the show. But either way, why couldn't you just do a Power Rangers Zeo movie? Like, did anybody even try to think of that? Power Rangers Zeo. Power Rangers Zeo was pretty much a hit show when it was on TV. And pretty much Power Rangers Zeo, it's like, why not just do a Power Rangers Zeo movie? Like, most kids would have flood at the box office. Power Rangers Zeo turned into a movie. Who wouldn't want to see that? Like, the toys were doing great. The toys were selling like boom, boom, boom. The Gold Ranger, you could have had like a thing where you could just brought the Gold Ranger back and done a movie version, and the toys would have been like boom, boom, boom. And like with Power Rangers the movie, do you have any idea what it was like when Power Rangers movie came out? The toys were selling like crazy. There was I think, McDonald's or Burger King toys that they were selling. Correct me if I'm wrong. But all I can say is Power Rangers Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, it just sucks. It might as well be the exact budget for the show, and it might as well be the exact budget for the obvious show itself. But don't worry, one day I will talk about Power Rangers Turbo, the TV show, and why it's the worst out of all the Power Rangers series combined. So with that being done said, my project, you're going to get a trailer somewhere around this week. And don't worry, the release date of that, I promise you'll get it during that time. So with that being done said, that ends today's video. Vertical Spy outro. But I will say one thing. Power Rangers Turbo the movie does have that cool kick-ass song. And one last comment I want to mention. The person you see in the end of this video is the real Steve Bloom. Voice of Spike, Tom, and many other voice acting characters he's done. So definitely listen to him when he says, Steve?
Yo, Steve Bloom here, voice of Spike Spiegel. Remember to subscribe and get vertical.